What's good, comic fam? We have some prices to report on. Highs that haven't hit the market in over a year. So stay tuned and comment, like, and subscribe. It'll enter you to win this Omni-Man Whatnot Invincible #1 exclusive. Let's get into it. Another week, another list. We have the hottest comic books defining this generation of collectors, and broadcasting from somewhere on Spaceship Earth, we have Jem from Gem and Collectibles. How you feeling, brother?
I'm feeling great. What's going on, Tom? It's really Butch's show. We're just the co-hosts.
You know, that's right, Jem. At the list at number 10, we have Batman 171, the first Silver Age appearance of Edward Nygma.
That's right, the first Silver Age appearance of the Riddler. This character first appeared in the Golden Age, but there was a 17-year gap from the time he showed up then until the Silver Age. And we've talked about this before, how DC villains had those Golden Age first appearances, then the Silver Age first appearances. It's cool to see that they're still coveted because they are more affordable than those original OG classics.
I absolutely love the new Batman movie. Paul Dano as the Riddler was so realistic. He was classic, but he was also so violent. And their attempt to capture what we loved about The Long Halloween, one of the best Batman comic books, was so spot on because Paul Dano was uncomfortable to watch, and it made this a true detective noir.
Propelling the CGC 3.0 from $600 as early as June of last year, up 21%, now selling for $725.
The 3.5 going for $800 in September is up 5%, now selling for $840. And the 7.5 going for $1,935 back in June is up 14%, selling for $2,200. Next at the list, we got to talk about some Elektra Daredevil 168.
This time, Elektra's making number 9 on the list. This is her origin and first appearance, the first solo written Daredevil work by Frank Miller, and with Charlie Cox reprising his role as Matt Murdock in the MCU, you know Elektra Nachos is not far behind.
Elektra's even misspelled on this cover, but I digress because we have a 7.5 going for $300 in January, up 15%, now selling for $345. And this spec all started to heat up prior to Charlie Cox reprising his role even. This actually started back when the Hit Monkey show started and Lady Bullseye was featured, and producers would go on record to say that they attempted to secure Bullseye in the show, but Marvel forbid it.
And why else would Marvel forbid it unless they have plans for Bullseye? Meaning they have plans for Daredevil, which includes Karen Page, Foggy Nelson, and of course Elektra. We have some newsstands to discuss, a CGC 4.5 to be exact, which sold for $200 back in December. It's up 25%, now selling for $250.
That 8.0 newsstand going for $380 in December is up 3%, now selling for $392.
And then we have a 9.6, which sold for $1,500 back in January. It's up 7%, now selling for $1,608.
If you like what we do, support this show. Get access to this information prior to our videos even by downloading the best comic app in existence, Key Collector Comics. Utilize code TOM101 for a free 2-week subscription. Unlock this list, the trending list, the runners up list, catalog your comics, get suggested pricing, learn about funny books, and so much more. Next at the list at number 8, Fantastic Four, issue number 5. The first appearance and origin of Dr. Doom.
Now, if you would have downloaded the Key Collector app, you would have known as far back as November 2020 that Dr. Doom will be hinted or appear in the Black Panther sequel.
There's also rumors that he'll appear in other MCU projects, and with Illuminati Spec seemingly confirmed with the recent Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness trailer, we expect to likely see a version of Reed Richards. That means that Dr. Doom must be coming soon. And a 0.5 going for $4,050 in December is up 28%, selling for $5,180. Clearly, the community believes that to be true as well.
Yeah, for a 0.5. A 2.5 sold for $7,500 back in June. That's up 8%, now selling for $8,100.
But hold up, Jem. Comic Link auctions, Heritage auctions. We have some monster sales that happened this week. That's why the comic fam needs to be watching our Runners Up video where we report on the single sales, the single price record breakers. We have a 9.2 FF5 that sold. Prior record was set just this past November for $117,000, and that price was a good deal because just months later, we have an increase this week of 37%, an all-new high of $160,111. Hot damn, comic fan.
Moving on to number 7 on the list, we have Amazing Spider-Man Issue 101, the first appearance of Morbius. The movie's coming next month. The trailers look promising. The book is on fire.
The 5.0 going for $701 back in January is up 7%, selling consistent on the upcline, a new price at $750.
A CGC 9.2 sold for $7,800 back in September. This new record-breaking sale puts it up 8%, now selling for $8,401.
Now, we told you we had some major prices to report on. We have a 9.6 that hasn't seen a prior sale since June of last year. That went for $9,600. And the new price this week, an increase of 71%. Wait for it. Selling for $16,387.
Huge numbers for Morbius. Obviously, collectors out there have faith in this movie as well.
Number 6 on the list, we have Journey into Mystery 84. Yes, it's the second appearance of Thor, but more importantly, it's the first appearance of Jane Foster.
It's also her first cover appearance, and we know that Jane Foster is going to take on the mantle of Thor in the 4th Thor movie, Love and Thunder, just like she did in the Jason Aaron run.
The 1.8 going for $875 in January is up 3%, now selling for $900. And the 2.5 back in July went for $1625, and that's up 2%, steadily maintaining on the upward trend, now selling for $1,663.
But moving on to the 6.5, it sold for $1,800 way back in 2019. It's up 156%, now selling for $4,600.
Next on the list, a classic Spidey villain, one that joins a list of, quote, from Key Collector Comics, an impossibly long list of rumored spin-offs currently in development. We have ASM Issue Number 20, the first appearance and origin of the Scorpion.
Back on the list, this book was hot with Spider-Man No Way Home rumors that the Scorpion would reprise his role, maybe join the Sinister Six. Well, we didn't get any of that, but like Tom mentioned, there are still a ton of spin-off rumors to talk about, and the CGC 3.5, which sold for $795 just last week. It's up 7% with this new sale of $850.
Spidey comics just seem like a safe investment regardless of if Spec pays off sooner or later. Doesn't it seem like that?
Silver Age Spidey keys are always good in my book, and Fantastic Four keys.
A 9.2 back in September went for $7,800. That's up 8%, selling for $8,401.
But a 9.6 hit market. The last time it sold, it was back in 2019, selling for $8,865. It's up 159%, now selling for $22,972.
Talk about some gains, comic fam. At the list at number 4, we have Avengers 25. This is the first battle between the Avengers and Doctor Doom, something that is bound to happen. And it's these classic covers, classic key moments between established characters, the Avengers, and suggested inevitable antagonists such as Doctor Doom.
Yeah, because you know these scenes have to play out in the movies, and that's what makes it so cool about having and owning that comic book. Pushing the CGC 4.5 from $200 back in October, up 13%, now selling for $225.
The 5.0 going for $200 in December is up 48%, hitting $295.
Then we have the CGC 7.0. It sold for $264 back in June. It's up 72%, now selling for $455. Moving on to number 3, we have the Incredible Hulk Annual 1, iconic classic cover by Jim Steranko, which is also parodied and used as my logo by my man and nobody who draws on Instagram.
Now, this is one of my all-time favorite covers, Jem. Jim Steranko was trying to channel the rage and the strength of the Hulk in holding up his own trade dress, and he did it to such a perfect extent that Marvel thought the face was too ugly. So they actually tapped Marie Severin so that she would redo the face, making it kind of a combo cover. We have a Steranko bod, but a Marie Severin face on one of the most iconic covers of all time.
Yeah, and Jim Steranko didn't even do a lot of covers. It seems like the ones that he did do are keys just because of the artwork.
Because he incorporated surrealism and so much more, making comics more of a fine art than just funny books. We have a 3.0 going for $120 back in December, up 63%, now selling for $195.
A 5.0 sold for $275 back in September. It's up 27%, now selling for $350.
And then we got the 9.4 going for $2,400 in October, proving that it's not just about classic blue chip keys, it's about classic covers, books that may spike because they're so renowned by the comic collectors, up 48%, now selling for $3,544.
And we talked about how safe Spider-Man keys are. I talked about Fantastic Four, number 2 on the list. We have Fantastic Four issue 46, the second team appearance of the Inhumans, but the first full appearance of Black Bolt.
This is the third consecutive week that this book has landed on our Hot 10, and it ranked at number 4 last week. This is up and on the upward trend, and the rumors started back in December 2021, and with Illuminati rumors seemingly confirmed, Black Bolt may be near as well as the Inhumans, and this being the second team appearance and first app of Black Bolt, it's a double key worth having. It's worth specking on, and the community believes that too, which is why the 5.5 back in January was going for $3.99, and that's up still only 1%, but still selling consistently at $402.
But we got a big percentage increase on this one. The 9.0 sold for $1,450 back in December. It's up 74%, now selling for $2,524.
And then we got the 9.6. We warned you about these monster grades. $49.99 is what this book hit back in April. Nearly $5K. Will it break the $5K? Will it go up more than 1% like the 5.5? You bet it did. We have an increase of 69%, now selling for $8,471. Hot damn, comic fam. If you like what we do, hit the like, slap the subscribe. We're here every single week reporting on the comic books defining this generation of collectors. It'll enter you to win an Invincible #1 Omni-Man Whatnot variant, and Gem, hit him with the #1 hottest funny book in the cosmos.
It's the Marvel Comics Holy Grail. It's the blue chip key and the highest selling comic book of all time, Amazing Fantasy 15, the first appearance of Peter Parker, Spider-Man.
It's the first appearance in Death of Uncle Ben, the first appearance of Aunt May, and Flash Thompson, and the record-holding comic sale, a 9.6 that sold in September 2021 for $3.6 million, and we've been seeing the trickle effect to lower grades ever since then.
We have a CGC 3.0 signature series. This one's signed by Stan Lee. It sold for $45,600 back in September. It's up 32%, now selling for $60K.
Wow, that signature made that book pricey. Now we have a standard version, a 1.5, selling for $22,800 last year. Wait, nope, last week, and that record was broken already, an increase of 11%, now selling for $25,250.
These books are selling fast, even in the mid to higher grades. A CGC 6.5 sold for $85,000 back in 2019. It's up now 165%, now selling for $225,000.
A mid-grade first Spidey approaching the $250,000 marker. What a time to be alive, comic fam. Hit the like, slap the subscribe, and, as always,
geek responsibly and stay minty fresh.
Enough said, comic fam. Join myself. Join Butch on the best new app to buy and sell collectibles, Whatnot, available for both Androids and iPhones. Vetted sellers. We do dollar star auctions that last as little as 15 seconds long. We're bringing the heat. We're bringing high dollar books, bringing the deals and giveaways, and so much more. We have 2 other videos for you to check out. Links in the description to follow Gem Mint. Go find us on Whatnot and to join the mystery mail call. And have a great week.